Ambassador Keleth of the Yavani Commonwealth trembled as she recorded what she believed would be her final message to the Galactic Council. "This is our 19th distress call," she said, her chitinous hands shaking. "The plague has spread to all 7 colony worlds. 60 million dead in 3 weeks. Our medical infrastructure has collapsed. We've sent requests to every council member, every neighboring system, every species with advanced biomedical capabilities." She paused, mandibles clicking in what her species expressed as despair. "No one is coming. The Zephyr cite quarantine protocols. The Antari claim resource constraints. The KRYLL say they cannot risk their own population. Even our oldest allies have gone silent." Keleth looked directly into the camera, her compound eyes reflecting the emergency lights of a dying station. "We understand. We are small, politically insignificant, and this plague is terrifying. But we are dying. All of us. If anyone receives this." The communication console beeped. "Incoming transmission." Her heart sank. Probably another polite refusal wrapped in diplomatic language. She almost didn't answer. But duty demanded she try until the very end. "This is Captain Marcus Webb of the Earth Medical Corps ship Sanctuary. We received your distress call. We're 3 days out." "Hold on." Keleth stared at the screen. "Earth? But, you're not even full council members. You're still classified as an emerging civilization." "Yeah, well, we heard you needed help." Webb's face was young, human, with that strange hair on his head and those tiny, focused eyes. "We've got 12 medical ships en route. 4,000 doctors, nurses, researchers. Portable hospitals. Quarantine equipment. And we've seen this kind of plague before, hit our colony on Titan Station 5 years ago. We think we can help. Captain Webb, this plague is extremely contagious. Your crews will take precautions. But ma'am, with respect, you said 60 million dead. We're not going to let that number get higher because we're scared." 3 days later, the human fleet arrived. Keleth watched from the observation deck as the medical ships took orbit, their white hulls marked with the Red Cross, humanity's ancient symbol of healing. Shuttles descended like angels, each one carrying hope her people had thought lost. The humans worked with a ferocity that stunned the Yavani. They didn't just treat patients, they rebuilt the collapsed medical system around them. Human doctors worked 30-hour shifts, then went back for more. Human engineers repaired broken medical equipment with spare parts and ingenuity. Human researchers worked around the clock, comparing the plague to their own databases, looking for treatments. On day 7, they found one. By day 14, the plague was contained. By day 30, it was eradicated. Captain Webb met with Keleth in the station's restored medical bay, now bustling with recovering Yavani patients. "Why?" Keleth asked simply. "You risked your people for strangers. For a species that has no alliance with Earth, no trade agreements, nothing to offer in return. Why?" Webb looked uncomfortable with the question, as if the answer should be obvious. "Because you asked for help. Because people were dying. Because we could do something about it." He shrugged, a gesture Keleth had learned meant uncertain humility. "Isn't that enough? For humans, perhaps. But you must understand, no other species answered our call. 19 requests sent. 19 refusals or silence. Only Earth came. Then they made a mistake," Webb said quietly. "Look, Ambassador, humans have a saying, we're all we've got. We figured that applies to everyone out here in the black. When someone's drowning, you don't check their credentials before throwing them a line. You just throw the line." Keleth's mandibles clicked in what humans would recognize as a smile. "The Council will hear about this. All of them. They will know that when the Yavani Commonwealth faced extinction, the species that saved us was the one they considered too young, too primitive, too idealistic to matter. Webb shifted uncomfortably. We didn't do it for recognition. I know. That's why it matters. 6 months later, Keleth stood before the Galactic Council. Behind her, holographic displays showed Yavani children playing in rebuilt cities, families reunited, a civilization saved from the brink. This council failed us, she said without preamble. Every member world ignored our pleas. But one species, not even full members, crossed the galaxy to save strangers. Today, I formally propose humanity's immediate elevation to full council status. The Zephyr ambassador shifted uncomfortably. Ambassador Keleth, while we appreciate the sentiment, there are protocols. Protocols? Keleth's voice cut like a blade. We followed your protocols. We filed proper requests. We waited for your committees. And we died while you debated. She gestured to the display. Humans ignored your protocols and saved 60 million lives. Perhaps it's time we reconsidered what we value. The vote was unanimous. That night, Captain Webb received a message from Earth Command, informing him that humanity had just been granted full council membership, the fastest elevation in galactic history. His crew celebrated. Webb just smiled and filed another mission report. After all, there was always someone, somewhere, who needed help. And humans had made it very clear, they would always answer the call.